Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stefan, and yeah, today is the day that I finally picked up my truck. Well, I'm sitting in my truck, but we had all kinds of issues. So I told the finance company after seeing some issues with people having in some box truck groups that, you know, I'm not going to sign that contract until I test drive and check it out. So, rewind the story. I bought this truck online. It was in Louisiana, and I ended up negotiating a better rate, but I had to pick it up. So I come down here, I submitted my insurance. The lady claimed she didn't get it, and I paid my down payment to Ryder. Well, I ended up submitting my documents like I said I was going to do, and that was 3 hours ago, and I'm still sitting here waiting. So Ryder's like, okay, like, what's going on? But apparently Keystone Finance, whatever the hell they're doing behind the scene, is taking forever. I've already been approved. The money is already in Ryder's hand for the last few days. You know, come on, like, you holding me up. Like, I thought this was going to be in and out hour max. Yeah, I'm hoping this eases up. I have these people, running some numbers, see how much it costs to get shipped, because I may just buy a ticket and just head back home and have somebody else deal with this, because I'm tired of just sitting around and I'm not getting paid. Time is money. So that is my update, y'all. All right, guys, so after that whole situation dealing with the lending company and getting the final paperwork on, finally on the road. I'm about 3.5 hours into my 6.5 hour, 7-hour drive back to Atlanta. About to get some gas. I needed a cigarette adapter so I could charge my phone because it's going dead. But I fueled up one side. I had no idea this thing was going to have 2 fuel tanks. So you got to literally fuel one side and then fuel the other side. They say you want to evenly fuel them. So be aware of that, you guys who are trying to get a box truck. There's 2 fuel tanks, or at least mine has 2 fuel tanks. All right, guys, I see you guys on the road. All right, guys, so I ended up overnighting in Birmingham. I had the worst day ever, and yeah, I ended up getting a hotel for the night after being locked out my vehicle for 2+ hours. AAA canceling on me. Another roadside person that I was just going to pay off the bat said it was too far. I was in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, and 2 cops were cool, came out, tried to help me. My luck, I ended up getting well, it started off being tequila reviews, but now I'm having a box truck journey I'm gonna have on there. So yeah, yep. So guys, I ended up getting locked out of my box truck trying to buy some def, and yeah, I'm out here in, what's the name of the city? Holcomb or something? Holcomb. Yeah. Holcomb, Alabama. Just my luck, guys. They were out there for about an hour, couldn't get in, and their shift was ending. They would have stayed with me, but I'm like, yo, break the window. They was like, well, I can't, but you can break it, but let's try a locksmith. So ended up having to wait an additional 45 minutes for a locksmith. And now I'm in Montgomery, spending the night. Yeah, weird. Hotel door wouldn't completely lock, so I just put the little latch. I was too tired to go down there and change rooms. I look for bed bugs, lift up the mattress, and this is what I see. Like, strange. I watched Supernatural. I'm like, what in the heck's bag is this? Yeah, so I'm about to get on the road. I think it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes more to get home. Give me some breakfast, and I'm done, and I'll try to shoot a recap video. I'll see you guys. All right, guys, so I'm back home. I made it. Wish I could say I've made it without hiccups. I had a few along the way, starting off with the finance company, delayed paperwork and whatnot. Would I trade that in? No, because, filling out the paperwork beforehand. No, because at the end of the day, that truck could have been pure garbage. And when you buy it, it's kind of as is. So I'm glad that I actually went ahead and, sent in the final paperwork after I went ahead and test drove the truck. Yeah, ended up getting locked out the truck in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. And I don't think I touched on it in the clip, but I had called AAA and they have a new automated system. So I went and did the whole automated thing, and next thing you know, 30 minutes later, they're like, hey, the person's gonna be there in 30 minutes. And 30 minutes later, AAA is calling like, oh, well, we didn't have the correct details for the information of the truck. So I say, hey, it's a Freightliner M2106, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, oh, we can't come out to that. Like, it's only for cars and like regular trucks. And I'm like, what the like, at this point it's 45 minutes into it, you know, between the wait and this guy calling. And I'm like, yo, like, you could have told me this a long time ago. And I was like, yo, what company were you gonna use? And then I'll give him a call. And then he actually was like, well, this company, but I would call it locksmith. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna call it locksmith. Like, what company were you gonna call out? So he gave me the name of the company. I gave him a call, told him what's going on, and once they found out how far away I was from him, I was like, yeah, we can't come out there. And I'm like, yo, like, really? So then I was like, yo, who do you know anyone over here? And they're like, no, you want to call the cops, and you know, they can come out. I'm like, cops come out for this? Okay. So I'm looking on the Google and tried to find a police station, and I called one. They was like, yeah, we'll come out, but where are you? And I told them. They was like, over there. Like, no. And I was like, yo, who else is over here? Because I don't know what other police station is over here. Like, I'm not in a real city or anything. So they was like, just hang up the phone, call 911, and they'll route you to the nearest one. So it ended up working. 2 cops showed up, and they were great. They tried their best. They're out there for a good hour, but just couldn't get things going. Ended up going with the locksmith anyway. Dead ass tired. It's 10, 11 o'clock at night. Birmingham, I think, was 20, 30 minutes away from where I was. So drove there, got a hotel. When I got into the hotel, you know, I'm this thing with like searching for bed bugs, just making sure there's no bed bugs. And those pictures that I showed you were actually under the mattress. Weird, freaky, crazy stuff. Like I said, I watch a lot of Supernatural and the hex bags and stuff, and I'm like, yo, like, what is this? But I'm too tired. Door wouldn't actually lock all the way, but it had that little flip thing right there, and I'm like, yo, let me shower, go to bed. I'm tired. Hit the road the next morning, got home, and yeah, this is the recap. And I'm telling you guys these things just to hope that you guys can avoid some of these hiccups along the way. I'm a little delayed with these videos. This is a delayed recap, but you guys would know that if I didn't tell you that. Got a couple more videos along the way. I appreciate you guys, all the kind words and the subscriptions that you guys signed up for with the first video. And I see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Westside, I'm out.